Ever wonder where you can sip a cocktail in a tropical paradise or in a mysterious underworld, all without leaving your city? Stay tuned to discover the magical world of themed bars. Welcome to Roaming Yeti's Travel Beyond the Guidebook, where we help our busy fellow adventurers maximize their limited vacation time. I'm your host and head Yeti, Beth Scalacci. I'm here to share stories, hidden gems, and insider tips to help you plan trips that are unique and meaningful to you. In each episode, I delve into the world of pop culture destinations, theme parks, roadside attractions, and nostalgic locations. And you know what? We're uncovering their secrets and backstories. Are you ready? Let's roam! Welcome back. Today we're talking about the captivating universe of themed bars. Now, these are not your average watering holes. They're immersive experiences that transport you to different worlds, be it a hidden speakeasy from the Prohibition era, a tiki paradise, or a bar straight out of your favorite movie or television show. What's great is that these unique spots are often closer than you think and offer an escape without needing a full vacation. Don't drink? Hey, no problem. You can find plenty of other themed restaurants and coffee shops, but I will say that most of the bars that I'm talking about in this episode also serve non-alcoholic drinks and mocktails, as well as a full food menu, so you can still check them out for the atmosphere and vibe if it's your thing. Now, let's just say the exact origins of themed bars are a little bit murky. I definitely had trouble with my research here, but we can trace the concept back to early public drinking establishments that they actually catered to the specific social groups. So let's take a look through time and sort of see how these theme bars evolved. Now, the early influences, they look like they were started in about 18th, 19th century, and these were mostly known as like saloons and taverns, and these were like social hubs with informal themes that were basically based on the clientele. So, there were sailor type bars and themed that way near the docks, steakhouses for cowboys. You get the idea. And then in places like Paris, there were European cafes and cabarets, and these spots offered unique atmospheres, and they sometimes had political or cultural themes going on. Now, if we travel a little further ahead into the late 19th century and early 20th centuries, this really may be more in the birthplace of themed restaurants. Like I said, this research was tough. So there were these beef steak dungeons, say that 3 times fast, and these restaurants really sort of popped up in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, and they offered a theatrical, cave-like setting for steak dinners. Diners donned these white butcher aprons, and they ate these thick-cut steaks with their bare hands, just adding to this sort of primal and informal dining experience. And unlimited quantities of steak and bread catered to these healthy appetites. It attracted wealthy businessmen who were just looking for a night out with their male colleagues. But these establishments sort of died down before World War I, but they really left a mark on themed. Talk about medieval times, right? So let's discuss something that we're all a little more familiar with, and that is tiki bars. So often credited as the first tiki bar, Don the Beachcomber in Los Angeles opened in 1934 and really introduced Americans to the South Pacific inspired decor and exotic cocktails. And then in 1936, Trader Vic's opened, and it was another major player in the tiki scene. It was founded by Victor Bergeron in California. And all these tiki bars sort of offered that tropical escape, and they were particularly popular post-World War II as veterans brought back memories of the islands. Now, as we all know, Hollywood and pop culture really embraced the tiki culture. They with TVs, movies, and music incorporating those Polynesian themes. Not to mention our theme parks. We have the Tiki Room in Magic Kingdom. But by 1970, these tiki bars were becoming, sort of less popular than they were. Their kitschy decor and their overly sweet drinks were just sort of going out of fashion for some reason. But I will say we've learned in the 1990s, there was a resurgence in the interest in tiki culture as a new generation rediscovered the fun and escapism. So, you do see a lot more now. You see a lot more sort of celebrating it at home as well. So looking beyond the Tiki Room, let's talk sort of about how speakeasies, and they were popular obviously in the 1920s to about 1933. And why is this? Because they were born out of Prohibition. Speakeasies were hidden bars that often required passwords or secret signals to enter. And they became the social hub and breeding grounds for jazz music, defying the law, and just in general offering a sense of rebellion. As we know, in 1920, the 18th Amendment of the Constitution outlawed the manufacturing, sale, and transportation of alcohol. But despite these bans, public demand for alcohol remained high, and it created a gap in the market. And this is what gave rise to these speakeasies. The speakeasies were often disguised as ordinary businesses like flower shops, barber shops, or even private homes. And like I said, they often required a password or signal to gain entry. Now, of course, speakeasies also were a prime place for organized crime, with people like Al Capone profiting from them and making them lucrative yet very risky ventures. But speakeasies were social hubs where all people from all walks of life could gather, defying the law. And like I said, they were known for jazz and other cultural movements. And they were just sort of romanticized for their innovation and defiance of societal norms. I think we romanticized them. I'm not really sure how really romantic they were back then. And then in 1933, the 21st Amendment repealed prohibition and marked the end of the need for speakeasies. But some still continued to operate for a while. But in recent decades, speakeasies have made a comeback. They're fueled by nostalgia, like I said, the allure of hidden spaces, and often now a focus on really well-crafted cocktails. So, like I said, these modern speakeasies are known for high-quality ingredients, unique flavor combinations, and this is coming from this new generation of really skilled bartenders. And some of these speakeasies go way beyond the drinks, offering period-appropriate decor, dress codes, and even live music that sort of transport patrons back to the Roaring 20s. And then we saw in the late 20th century, bars that were inspired by movies and television shows and even video games. And they just started creating this immersive environment for fans. So, why are these themed bars so popular? Well, there's a few things that I think contribute. One, it's a unique experience. They offer more than a drink. They can transport you to a different world. The social atmosphere, like there's a sense of community among patrons who share these common interests that are at these places. Escape from reality. Come on, we need a break from everyday life. That's what most of Roaming Yeti is about, is getting that break from everyday life. We can't, the visually stunning backdrops, it's driven by social media, a lot of this. And it's really, they're conversation starters. Like they just provide unique topics of conversation. And it's marketing, what gets you from going from one bar to a themed bar? The marketing of the theme. So, there's definitely that at play as well. But let's explore some popular categories of themed bars with a few specific examples. So, pop culture, there are many movie-themed bars. I'll talk about them in a little bit more, but Scum and Villainy, Cantina. There are TV show-themed bars like Central Perk Cafe. There's historical ones, there's ancient Egypt themed bars, there's medieval themed bars, travel destinations, like I said, your tropical themed tiki bars, under the sea themed bars. And then there's even some that are, sort of activity based, like science labs or spy rings. You can really find a lot out there. So I went ahead and did a little research for you and found a few just to give you a flavor for what's out there and maybe add to your to visit list when you're in these locations. The first one I want to talk about is called Trailer Park, and it's in New York City, 271 West 23rd Street in New York. Trailer Park Lounge and Grill is a whimsical and kitschy bar in Chelsea. And it's designed to evoke the feel of a 1950s trailer park, complete with retro decor, vintage memorabilia, and just a really fun, laid-back atmosphere. I have not been to any of these places. I'm giving you sort of a third-hand curated account. So, take it for what it's worth. But the bar is filled with colorful, nostalgic items from 1950s and 60s, vintage advertisements, plastic flamingos, old license plate, mismatched lawn furniture. It just looks and sounds like a really fun place. The menu has classic comfort food, burgers, hot dogs, tater tots, some mac and cheese. I mean, come on, if you're in New York, you stop by and check it out. And then there is in Los Angeles, there's a few, no surprise there. This one's called Sunset and Vinyl, and it's on Vine Street. It's a hidden gem, and it's actually located above a pizza place in the heart of Hollywood. So it's a speakeasy style bar, and it's renowned for its cozy, intimate atmosphere and its unique focus on vinyl records. So, my vinyl lovers out there, this is a place to check out. It's accessed through a discreet door located in the 800 Degrees Pizzeria. So you go in, look for the door. The decor is reminiscent of like a vintage living room from the mid 20th century. It's filled with comfortable couches, antique furniture. Just really, it sounds like sort of a private retreat feel, and, vinyl records in a pizza place. Awesome. Go for it. And this next place, if you want to have a Star Wars experience, but you don't want to go inside a theme park. So Scum and Villainy Cantina is an immersive themed bar in Los Angeles. Also this one's on Hollywood Boulevard. And it transports guests to a galaxy far, far away. But this place is inspired by the iconic Mos Eisley Cantina, which this bar really offers Star Wars fans a unique experience with themed decor, drinks, and events. In addition to drinks, the bar has some, fun-sounding snacks and light bites such as Wookiee cookies and Death Star tots. So my Star Wars fans, hit that up in Hollywood Boulevard. The next one actually has two locations. It's called Beetle House, and it's a themed bar and restaurant inspired by Tim Burton's films and, his dark, whimsical worlds that he creates. So like I said, there's a location in New York and one in Los Angeles. And this establishment offers just an immersive experience for fans of Burton's unique aesthetic, where he sort of blends gothic horror and playful elements. The interior is a homage to his films, including Beetlejuice, Nightmare Before Christmas, Edward Scissorhands, and Alice in Wonderland. Like, expect to see those iconic black and white stripes, eerie lighting, and just gothic furniture. It just sounds so much fun. The food offers an eclectic mix of dishes, has some spooky names: Edward Burger Hands, Sweeney Beef, and the Cheshire Mac. So there you go. Now this next one is definitely on my need to check out place. It is called the Bigfoot Lodge, and it is a theme bar that immerses patrons in cozy woodland cabin atmosphere. It celebrates the legend of Bigfoot. I know it's not a Yeti, but it's as close as I'm probably going to get. It has locations in LA and San Francisco, and it combines a rustic charm with quirky elements, and it just seems like a really unique spot compared to a lot of other ones. Um, and true to its name, Bigfoot Lodge is adorned with various Bigfoot themed items, murals, statues, footprints, and the legend of Bigfoot is like woven throughout the bar's aesthetic. Now, they do mainly focus on drinks there, but they have a few bar snacks to complement the theme going on there. So if your next one here is if you're down in Florida, it's called the Wreck Bar, and it's a unique nautical themed bar in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. It's actually in the Bee Ocean Resort, and it is renowned for its underwater mermaid shows and offers an enchanting experience that sort of combines that tiki bar vibes with live entertainment. So this bar is actually designed to resemble the interior of a shipwreck, complete with wooden beams, portholes, and maritime artifacts. The decor includes fishing nets, ship wheels, marine life sculptures, that whole immersive underwater field. But in addition to drinks, the Rec Bar offers a selection of bar bites and appetizers, including seafood, that of course, complement the nautical theme. So it looks really cool because it does look like you're in a shipwreck. So, if you're in Fort Lauderdale, that's one to check out. And then the next one is fun. It's called White Limousine, and it's Limozeeen. And it's actually named after one of Dolly Parton's song and album by the same name of White Limousine. And this bar pays homage to the country music legend with its opulent and whimsical decor. It's a rooftop bar located in Nashville, Tennessee, and it's actually in the Graduate Nashville Hotel. We're big fans of the Graduate in Cincinnati. So the one in Nashville actually has this Dolly Parton theme. So it combines this really cool Southern hospitality with this glamorous, over-the-top aesthetic. And it just has really pretty views of the city. And then the menu offers selection of Southern-inspired dishes with a modern twist, such as hot chicken bites, pimento cheese, and shrimp cocktails. They're also known for their brunch. So, definitely one to check out. This is one that's been on my radar for a while, and it's called the Sorrow Drowner, and it's an adventure-themed tiki bar in Wilmington, North Carolina. So it is designed to resemble the hideout of a seasoned explorer, and the decor features an eclectic mix of artifacts, maps, and curiosities from around the world. Now, my understanding is someone that has worked on the theming of Trader Sam's for Disney actually worked on this one as well, if I have all my facts straight. But it seems really cool. It just sort of has a whole narrative. It's not just the decoration. It's part of the experience. You might run into characters. There's more storytelling, but this does have a menu of appetizers and small plates. So, definitely can go check that one. And this one's really fun. Layla's Little Nugget is a beloved bar in Austin, Texas, and it's known for its unique theme. And that theme is Christmas all year round. So my Hallmark Christmas fans, go check this place out. This is a cozy, nostalgic bar, and it's been a staple in Austin for decades, offering festive atmosphere regardless of the season. It has year-round holiday decorations, and it creates just this fun, welcoming environment that draws in locals and visitors. So while, again, this bar primarily focuses on drinks, it does have a few bar snacks and light bites to, check out. So if you're hot and you're in the need for a Christmas fix in August, head out to Austin and Layla's Little Nugget will hook you up. So I needed to go international for my last one because I thought this one sounded really cool. This is in London. The Potion Room It's a magical wizard themed bar, and it's actually an interactive cocktail experience. It's in Covent Garden, London, and it's of course inspired by the enchanting world of Harry Potter. But the potion room offers guests the chance to step into a mystical setting where they can brew their own potions, also known as cocktails, under the guidance of an expert potion master. Now, while the primary focus is adult drinks, the potion room also offers a non-alcoholic option. So it really makes it fun and great experience for younger visitors and those who, prefer a non-alcoholic beverage. To complement the drinks, the potion room also offers a selection of themed snacks and light bites, just offering sort of that whole wizard experience. And so it sounds very cool and worth checking out for sure. Now, are none of these in your neighborhood or they're not part of your travel plans this year? You possibly can find one a little closer to you. Depends on where you live. I'm going to preface with that. So let me give you a few tips. You can definitely Google things like themed bars near me or specific themes. If you're looking for a speakeasy, a lot of the time you'll want to search on hidden bars in addition to speakeasy. You can use things like Yelp or Foursquare or Google Maps. You can often find accounts for these or people talking about them on Instagram or Facebook. So, definitely check your social media. Check local media for recommendations. Sometimes local magazines where you're going or your local magazine will have an article about these places. And ask for recommendations from friends, colleagues. I always like to ask hotel concierge if we're at a hotel. They might know where they are and they might even have a password to get you into it. I know this happened for my husband. They were in Nashville. I think it was called Red Door or something. I don't remember all the details. I should have checked before I hit record, right? But the concierge there told them, where to go, the code and how to get in. And it was really cool. So, always ask hotel staff or bartenders or, ask the other locals. And you might find too, there's a lot of these that are pop-up or special event experiences. So, keep an eye on local event calendars, Eventbrite. You never know what you might find. So have you been to any of these themed bars that I talked to? Do you know of any other ones that I need to put on the to visit list? Let me know on social media. You can also join our Facebook group, Roaming Yeti Travel Flurry. Get in there and share with us. Love to hear where you're heading. So I hope this episode inspires you to get out, explore, and make the most of your vacation. Follow or subscribe so you don't miss future episodes. And if you like what we're doing, tell a friend and leave a review. You can also follow me on Instagram or Facebook. Just search The Roaming Yeti. Keep roaming.